Well, in this day and age where you just can't hardly find components, reloading components at all. I mean, not around here anyway. And I've got a few guns in which the powders that I've had loaded for them, I run out of the original powder and you go buy new canisters of what's supposed to be the same thing, and you find out that they don't shoot the same at all. So I've gotten several guns and several different powders that I'm trying to find replacements for. And this is Ruger number 1, light sporter, Ruger number 1 light sporter, 30-06. And I got a good load worked up for it, and but I found yesterday in one of the local shops, I found some powder that I'd never tried before. It's called Ram Shot Big Game, and can says it is the powder for 30-06. Well, I don't know. My load for it is utilizing old 4350. But it says it is the powder for 30-06. So I'm going to do a little bit of testing with it, and we'll see how it works in this 30-06. But I've got 3-06s that I might try it in, but this is going to be the primary one. But I am going to see how it compares to my 4350 load. Now I'm not going to, because you can't find bullets, you can't find hardly any components, and if you do, they're so doggone expensive you can't hardly afford them. So I'm going to do just a little bit of experimenting. Now, gone are the days when I just run the full gamut of velocities, and try every kind of, from low to all the way to the max, and every kind of a bullet and everything you can think of. You first of all, you can't find the components. If you did, you can't afford to do all that kind of shooting now like you used to. So I'm trim things down a little bit. And basically, I know about what velocity I want a given bullet to go. So instead of trying every kind of velocity possible and then trying to find the most accurate load, then what I want is to find the most accurate load close to the velocity that I'm looking for in the shortest possible period of time with the least amount of shots fired. So I pretty much just pick a load that should give me close to the velocity I want and try. If it shows promise, then I'll go up and down just a little bit from that and see if I can improve on it a little bit. But if it's not any good at all, if those first few shots are not any good and that's close to the velocity I want, then that powder is not going to suit me. That recipe is not going to suit me, so I'll just bypass that and go on. And I'm getting ready to go out and set me up a target. Go out and set me up a target, and the cattle, of all the pastures I got that they can go to, where do you think they're migrating to? Right where I set my target up. A good looking woman of mine just came in from the grocery store, so I'll go help her get in some groceries, and we'll see if these cattle will move out so I can do a little bit of shooting up there. Right now, they're in my way, so cow season ain't open yet, so I guess I better not shoot up amongst them there. And while the cattle there, I think it's a good opportunity to count them, make sure that it's all present and accounted for in there. 2 missing. It took me a while to find them. Anyway, they're all there. And they finally left the pasture that I put my target up in, so I'll go set me out another target and test out that ram shot big game powder in my Alt 6, in my River #1 Alt 6. Target set up. And the cattle moved out of the way. Might be able to do a little shooting now. Let's just see what it's going to look like here. Yeah. Three rounds. And see what it's going to do. Take a look at the spotting scope. I don't know. I think my 4350 load still gonna be hard to beat. Let's take a look. Well, to put it mildly, my first few shots with the powder supposed to be the powder for 30-06. Kind of leaving a little bit to be desired. Not that it's terribly inaccurate, but it's certainly not as accurate as it could be. Oh well. No. Oh well. Oh, I ain't impressed. Well, I reckon I sound like a broken record, but I'm trying to find a replacement load for a few rifles in which the old load that I've been using for many, many years, when I bought new canisters of powder, they just don't shoot the same. And I've tried the various powders that I've had, and so far I haven't been able to really come up with a super good load, so I'm trying whatever powders I can find. And one that I found was super performance, and it didn't work good in none of mine. So I went down the other day and I found, which was a powder I wasn't really familiar with, had never used before. And I found some Ramshot Big Game. And it said, the powder for 30-ounce 6. Well, a little bit of shooting I've done in my 30-ounce 6, not. Not. So anyway, it's supposed to be pretty good in 22-250, so I brought my River number 3 custom sporter and 22-250, and we're going to try it out and see how it does. Yep. Let's see what we got here now. Let's give it a whirl. Take a look at the spot scope. Yeah, let's see, with 55 grain bullets, less than spectacular. Oh, it's not terrible, but it ain't good either. So let me go try it with, load me up a few 60 grain, see what happens. Well, went back house, loaded up a few more. These with 60 grain Sierra hollow points. Which is the bullet that this gun really liked with H414 powder. But like I said, with the new canister of H414, I don't like it much at all. So let's just see what this is going to do. Never know. Well, here we go with another test for today. Take a peek at the spot scope. Well, that is not bad. I'll go get the target and I'll take a close look at it, but that's going to require a little bit of closer looking into. It don't look too bad. We'll go look at it. Well, that's 30-06 165 grain Sierra with that Ram big game powder. That's not real good accuracy. So then I've come down and got my 22-250. This with the 55 grain bullet and 39.5 grains of powder. It strung it horizontally and a little over an inch. I mean, it is breezy out, but I don't think that really had that much effect on it. But anyway, it's not great. Then I went to the 60 grain Sierra, 37.5 grains. And this group here is a half inch. That's a half inch group. So that's going to bear a little bit more look. I'll look into that. I'll do a little bit more shooting with that. It's pretty good. But right now, I'm going to go down to my friend Gary, the handicapped hunter. If you've watched any of those videos on trying to get our handicapped buddy back into deer hunting, we're going to go down to his house. And we're going to see if maybe we can get him to shoot that 30-06 that we've got worked up for him, fixed up for him. Going to let him shoot it for the first time. If the weather cooperates and everything this afternoon, that's what we're going to do. But anyway, we're going to go down to his house and we'll see what happens from there. Well, I went down Gary's yesterday and it absolutely frog strangled. It poured down the rain. So we didn't get a chance for Gary to try out that 30-06 that we've got fixed up for him. Gary's the handicapped hunter, a friend of mine that a couple of us are trying to get things fixed up where he can go deer hunting again this year. And I think we've got the rifle and everything pretty much set up, but we need him to actually fire that rifle to see see how he's going to be able to handle the recoil and what have you. So anyway, we didn't get a chance to do that yesterday, so I'm back out here to one of the shooting benches today. Do a little more testing on my 22-250 and possibly the Ruger number 1 30-06, but we'll see. Okay. So right now I've set up a target out here at 100 yards. I'm going to fire a few more test rounds of the 22-250 using a 60 grain Sierra hollow point bullet with ram shot big game powder. It looked pretty good yesterday. I shot a half inch 3-shot group yesterday, so let's just see what it may do today. See if it'll shoot as good today as it looked like it was going to shoot yesterday. The spotting scope will tell. Oh yeah, 2 touching and 1 just outside. So go back in the house and load up a couple more. Yeah. I went back in the house and loaded me up a couple of more. And we're going to hope they'll stay right in that group. Those first 2 really look good. Let's see what transpires here. I went back while I was in the house. I put more drops in my eye. Today's the last day that I had to take the drops for the cataract surgery, so they got the eye a little bit blurred right this second. Well, let's put it this way. That load definitely shows potential. I'll make a note of that and put it in the book that load definitely shows potential. It might need a little bit more tweaking around to get the absolute best out of it, but that's good. That's good accuracy out there. With the difficulty in getting components, and right now I'm mighty low on the bullets, so I'm going to call that a wrap on this one for today and put a note in there that when I run out of the absolute best loads that I have loaded up for it, some old H414 loads, when I run out of those, I will definitely go back and do a lot of experimenting with this ram shot big game. It's looking good in this one. Now, I'm going to go back in the house, dig out my Ruger number 1 30-06, load it up with a few 180 grains, Spear hot cores, and see how they do. Right now, the ram shot big game has a place in my powder storage compartment. Looks like it might have some real potential in the 22-250 anyway. Well, like I said, my fullest intentions were to load up a few for 30-06, Ruger number 1, 30-06. Then when I got in there back to the bench, I thought, wait a minute, since that ram shot big game shot so good in the 22-250, I thought, why not? Why not try it in this thing? If any of us followed the channel much at all, you know what this thing is. It's my Remington model 700 Classic and 220 Swift. I mean, I had a load worked up for it that was an absolute tack driver, but it's the only load I ever found that this gun would shoot. This is the pickiest gun I've ever seen in my entire life. It is picky. So, I do believe in miracles, so I'm going to fire a few rounds through it and just see what happens. Take the 250 up. take that gun 220 Swift. See what it's going to do. Like I said, I do believe in miracles. Yeah, but I'm not going to hold my breath. Well, nice it would be. This blooming thing shoots something. It can't be shooting that daggone bad. Did you miss the paper? I'm going to have to walk up there and look at it. Either shooting the worst of any powder I put in it, or it's shooting awesome. I don't know which. I gotta go take a close look at that target. Well, either that's the best group this rifle's ever shot, or the worst. I fired 3 rounds. I can only fire one hole in the whole target, including the backstop. Only find one hole. So I stuck my little twig in that hole, and I loaded me up one more round. I'm going to fire it. just to see what in the dickens is going on. I mean, this rifle used to shoot one ragged hole with that H414, but that ain't a ragged hole. That's one perfectly round little hole, which to me means the other two. That's the worst load this gun's ever tried to digest. Oh my, we'll see. We're going to find out here in just a second. Oh goodness. Take a look. I reckon I'm going to have to walk up there again. Even with that 30-power spotting scope, I can't really tell. But I think I've totally missed the target again. Let me go take a look. Well, all I can say at this point, that's the worst shot group this rifle's ever fired. Like I said, it's the pickiest rifle I've ever seen in my life. I mean, it's got a defective barrel, period. That's just all there is to it. I think the only thing that's ever going to rescue it's going to have to be rebarreled. But being retired and living on a low fixed income, there is no way that I can, right now anyway, afford to trying to get that blame thing rebarreled, but that's what it needs. So reckon I'll stick it back in the safe. Maybe one of these days I'll win the lottery. If I do, one of the first things I'm going to do is have this blooming 220 Swift rebarreled. I love the rifle, but like I said, it used to shoot one load, and only one load. I mean, been the craziest, pickiest rifle I've ever seen, and it most definitely needs a new barrel. So. Good grief. Back in the safe it goes, I reckon. Don't know why I should put it in the safe or lay it out in the middle of the highway and maybe somebody run over to pick it up or something. Maybe somebody stop and get it, then they could wrestle with it. Goodness gracious. 220 Swift. I love the Swift. This one's in dire need of a new barrel. That's all it took. But it'll have to get in line, I reckon. Like I said, I might just take it out here and lay it in the middle of the highway. Maybe somebody run over it or stop and get it. Oh, but I don't know anybody that I dislike enough to let have this rifle. Oh goodness. If I've got a worst enemy, and I don't know who that is, I don't know of any enemy I got, but if I probably do, but if I knew who it was, I wouldn't even make him a gift of this thing. Lordy mercy. I'll go ahead and get that AUG-6 to start with it now. At least something I got a little bit of hope for. I'm back again, I reckon. Ruger number 1, Light Sporter 30-06. I took it, loaded up some 180 grain Spear hot core bullets in it. That's with that Ram Shot big game powder. So I'm going to try that and see what it does. I do like that bullet. I like that bullet a lot. So let's see how it'll shoot. Well, I do like the bullet, so let's see how it's going to shoot with that load. Take a look through the spot scope and see where it went. Well, not surprisingly, it went a little higher than 165. Let's try her again here. See where she's going to go. I don't know. Looks like it may have been in the same hole, or you reckon that's possible? We shall see. One more round here. Take a look. Incredible accuracy. Incredible accuracy it is. My goodness. 2 bullets touching and 1 just outside. I got it 0 with the 165, which is good, but that accuracy there is great. I think I'll go in and load up 2 more. Come back and try them and we'll see. I went back in the house, I loaded up 3 more of those Spear hot core 180 grainers for this 06 Ruger number 1 light sporter. And those first 3 are absolutely beautiful. So let's see what these next 2 will do. It's a little warm out here today. It's supposed to be another cold spell come on for the week. Let's just see what happens here. I gotta look through the spot scope and see what happened there. Shouldn't have done that. That don't look good at all. So what the frig happened? Let's try this. I have no earthly idea what happened that last. It was way out from the other 2. Or other 3, I should say. Well, now that's wild. The last two are right together, and they're a couple inches from the first three. Lord help. Who knows? I don't know. I reckon I'll go back in the house. I'll load up another and at least one more and see where the cutting, picking, dick and dick go. So basically I've fired 2 shot groups. I fired one 3-shot and one 2-shot. And the reason I fired those last 2 is to see what a 5-shot group's going to look like. Well, it don't look like a 5-shot group. It looks like 2 distinctly different groups. Do I have a logical reason for that? Not right off. I don't know. So I went back in the house and I loaded up 3 more. Now, I wonder about me sometime. Anyway, I loaded up 3 more. I'm going to fire them and see where they go. Well, I have the 3rd shot group. I don't know. I don't know. That one bullet, halfway between those other 2 shot groups. Maybe it is going to have 3 distinct shot groups out there. I don't know. Well, it started off looking like it was really going to be a great powder and bullet combination, but it ain't. Well, the first 3 look good. Loaded up 2 more. Fired them. Didn't look so good. So went in and loaded 3 more. So that makes what? 3, 6, 7, 8, 8 shots. First 3 look good. All 8 together, nah. And it says that this ram shot, big game, is the powder for 30-06. It hasn't shot in this 06 here very good at all. The 4350 powder IMR 4350 had it beat all to pieces. So I reckon that's what we'll stay with. If you got something that works pretty good, I reckon you ought to stay with it. So IMR 4350, 165 grain Sierra, working good. So I reckon that's what I'll stay with for a while anyway. Anyway, I'll do a little more shooting at this thing between now and when deer season opens. That's quite a while yet. I'll get back to maybe doing a little bit of fishing this week. So far, I have not turkey hunted not one single minute this spring season. Boy, that's unusual for me. But what got all that started was having that cataract surgery on these two eyes. But my goodness. Whether the gun shoots good or whether you've been turkey hunting or not, the fact that I can see like a teenager again, that's amazing. I mean, it is positively amazing how crystal clear I can see. And I just want to thank you, Lord, for the good outcome of the surgery. Thank you for guiding the doctor and his hand, his decisions, and for the blessings on that surgery. I thank you so much for that. Oh, goodness. Good vision. Good vision when you're an old man is it's pretty good. I like it just fine. And again, thank you, Lord. And I will get back to doing a little shooting on this thing and before the season opens. Talk soon.